So we're now going to receive a report from the National Guard Education Foundation. The NGEF is our entity that preserves and shares all 387 years of the Guard story. We have with us today Will Roulett, who is the Deputy Director. Will, your report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, NGAUS. As the Deputy Director, it's my honor and privilege to deliver our annual report. Born in 1916, Brigadier General William W. Spruance was a graduate of Princeton University's class of 1939. He was commissioned as a field artillery officer and served under General George Patton at the outset of World War II. In 1942, he transferred to the Army Air Corps and was assigned to flying the hump over the Himalayas in the China-Burma-India theater. After the war, he became a founding member of the Delaware Air National Guard. General Spruance became committed to safety and education after a near-fatal T-33 crash in 1961. He gave over 3,000 speeches worldwide to pilots of all military services concerning flight safety and crash survival. He was an active member of NGAUS for more than 50 years, serving in several key roles, including on the board of directors of the National Guard Educational Foundation. A strong, smart, assertive, and generous man, General Spruance loved the National Guard. To this day, General Spruance remains the single largest individual benefactor of the National Guard Educational Foundation, having personally donated hundreds of thousands of dollars. General Spruance passed away at the age of 94 in 2011, but his legacy and impact on our organization remain as strong as ever. That's why the one and only award the National Guard Educational Foundation offers is aptly named after our founding father. The Brigadier General William W. Spruance Legacy Award is conferred upon an organization, individual, family, or corporate partner who has made sustained contributions and supported the Foundation's mission to preserve the history and heritage of the National Guard of the United States. It is presented here to recognize support of a magnitude worthy of acknowledgement and visibility at the national level. Rocky Brands of Nelsonville, Ohio, has been a longtime partner of the National Guard Educational Foundation, the National Guard Association of the United States, and the men and women of our National Guard. Rocky not only equips the force, but also strongly believes in the importance of telling the story of the Guard. Rocky Brands has been a steadfast supporter for over the past decade and made the National Guard Educational Foundation a philanthropic priority, donating over $100,000 through the Legion de Lafayette program. In addition, Rocky supports the National Guard Association of the United States each and every year through platinum corporate membership and exhibiting at our annual conference. Rocky is synonymous with the National Guard, and its commitment to the well-being of our nation's citizen soldiers is second to none. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Major Retired Mark Dean, Rocky Brands General Manager and Vice President for Commercial Military and Public Service Sales, to receive the 2023 Brigadier General William W. Spruance Legacy Award.
Good morning. As well mentioned, I'm Mark Dean, Rocky Brand's Vice President and General Manager for the Commercial, Military, and Public Service categories. I'm a proud retiree of the Ohio Army National Guard, son, grandson, great-grandson, cousin, and uncle of proud military veterans and a member of the Sons of the American Revolution. Before I launch into my paid public announcement, which I'm sure you're looking forward to, I wanted to thank the great state of Nevada for hosting this year's conference. I'd also like to recognize all the distinguished individuals in attendance. On behalf of Rocky Brand's CEO, Jason Brooks, and the 2,500 Rocky Associates worldwide, I wanted to humbly and very appreciatively thank the National Guard Educational Foundation board and staff for recognizing Rocky Brands as the recipient of the 2023 Brigadier General Spruance Award. After Luke notified me of the impending recognition, I did some detailed research on Brigadier General Spruance. Not having the fortune of meeting him, I quickly gained an appreciation of the full magnitude of this honor. The 342 combat missions First Lieutenant Spruance flew in the Pacific Theater in World War II, followed by his dedication to our country and its communities, illustrated the impact one human can have on the country. Now, a word from our sponsor. Since our very meager beginning in 1932 on the heels of the Great Depression, Rocky has been an integral part of the fabric of America, specifically in our country's military and public service communities. We're located in Nelsonville, along with our 3 stoplights. That's got to get something there, come on, 3 stoplights. In the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains and the reaches of Southeast Ohio. Like many towns in our region, our heritage is founded on the rugged, blue-collar, hard-working coal mining industry. Through ingrained work ethic and determination, Rocky has grown into a $500 million company, boasting of several brands in our portfolio, supporting the hard-working Americans who carry M4s, patrol roads, put out fires, wear hard hats, herd cattle, 2-step on Saturday nights, weed gardens, jump in mud puddles at the bus stop, and land the deadliest catch. You may be familiar with some of our brands: Rocky, Georgia, Durango, Lehigh, and the newest additions to our family, Muck Boots, and for any of you Alaskans out there, Extra Tough. Rocky's relationship with the military began in the 1940s when Uncle Sam commandeered our factory to make boots for the service men and women overseas. John Brooks, the son of the Rocky founder, took his cue, and he enlisted in the Army, becoming a proud member of the Golden Lions with the 424th Infantry Regiment, 106th Division, fighting in numerous engagements to include the Battle of the Bulge. John passed this duty to several of his sons who served during the Vietnam era. Mike, with the Ohio Army National Guard, and Jay, who had turned down a full football scholarship to Miami of Ohio and the opportunity to play for Bo Schembechler, to don the Eagle Globe at anchor for the United States Marine Corps and deploy to the jungles of Vietnam. Today, Rocky has many associates serving in the reserve component, veterans, and family members who are currently on active duty, such as this distinguished member in the crowd, I can't see him right now, Command Sergeant Major retired Ralph Borja, a 2021 Ranger Hall of Fame inductee. Ralph and his beautiful wife, Nuette, are the consummate American success story and Army couple, having served 31 years together. Both first generations Americans who have passed on the importance of serving to their children. First Sergeant Zachary Borja is in the midst of his own successful active duty Army career. My mentor and close friend, Major John Harris of the Buckeye State, carried on this tradition from his father and has now passed it along to his daughter, who is currently serving in the Ohio Army National Guard, Ohio Air Army Air Guard. I've got that Army stuck in my head. I can't blame you there. The list could go on. However, we all have our reasons for volunteering. The operative word, going back a paragraph, I'm sorry, a little nervous up here, please bear with me. However, we all have our own reasons for volunteering. The operative word is volunteering. But why volunteer? Why pass it on? Why do we do this in the first place? Why did the majority of individuals sitting in this room today, at this very moment, raise their right hand and knowingly and willingly agree to potentially make the ultimate sacrifice for your country, your state, and your family? Something deep in your being called you to give, to serve, with no real expectation of receiving anything larger in return. We've all felt it. That feeling deep in the night when you're far, far from the ones you love. I encourage you to remember and recognize that feeling each and every day. Wear it, own it, educate and develop those around you. We owe it to them to pass the torch. Never forget, you are the backbone of our communities in their hour of need. It's happening today in California. You're the ones who answer our country's call domestically and across the globe. You are the legacy of those patriots who gathered in 1775 to form these free United States. We are the critical piece in making this country what it is today. By the grace of God, the National Guard has opened its arms and welcomed Rocky Brands to the family. Rocky Brands will always be there to support you and your families as you dedicate your lives to the greater good. We are honored and extremely proud to be associated with patriots like yourselves. Once again, thank you for this most prestigious award.
Thank you, Will. You got the podium? Okay.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you to Rocky for all you do for the National Guard. In 2010, the National Guard Educational Foundation and Leonardo DRS came together to forge a monumental partnership. A partnership that would go on to have meaningful impact on scores of National Guard families. The Leonardo DRS Guardian Scholarship Fund was established to award substantial college scholarships to the children of National Guard members lost in the global war on terror since 9/11. Most of us have fleeting memories from our early childhood. Maybe a trip to the zoo, or a piggyback ride from Dad, and ice cream on a hot summer day. Most of these memories include our parents. Imagine having no memory of a parent. Imagine forging a relationship with your parent through a photograph. Imagine everything you know about your parent is what others have told you. How funny they were, how caring they were, how brave they were. This is a reality for many of our scholarship recipients. Their mom or dad was lost when they were merely months old. Fast forward 17 or 18 years, they've grown up, are ready to begin their adult lives, and are ready to take the next step in their educational pursuits. The National Guard Educational Foundation has been there for them through the Leonardo DRS Guardian Scholarship Fund, a living tribute, a legacy to their fallen parent. As of this year, the fund's 13th year, Leonardo DRS has donated nearly $700,000 for this initiative, and we have awarded more than 110 scholarships. Thanks to the incredible generosity of Leonardo DRS and to their sustained commitment to Guard families, the fund has always been and will continue to be administered by the National Guard Educational Foundation at no cost. What this means is 100%, every single dime goes directly to the children of our fallen heroes. Thank you to Leonardo DRS for being our partner over these past 13 years. I know you're all as proud as we are of our collective impact. We are eternally grateful, and you have set the bar in how we honor fallen Guardsmen and blaze a trail for a new era. As we look forward, we're overjoyed to share that we're going to continue offering these scholarships thanks to a new partner and benefactor. USAA was founded in 1922 by a group of military officers and is among the leading providers of insurance, banking, investment, and retirement solutions for more than 13 million members of the U.S. military, veterans who have honorably served, and their families. In fact, more than 85% of those of us in this hall have a relationship with USAA. They love the Guard. USAA has been our partner for decades, stepping up every time they're asked. And once again, they've stepped up in a big way. The USAA Guardian Scholarship Fund will be established in 2024 and will continue to offer $25,000 scholarships to the children of Guardsmen who've made the ultimate sacrifice. Please join me in welcoming to the stage 25-year Air Force veteran Mike Kelly, Assistant Vice President of Military Advocacy for USAA.
Wow. Good morning, everybody. Thanks, NGAUS, for the opportunity for USAA to continue our support and deepen this relationship that we so enjoy through this sponsorship of the Guardian Scholarship Fund. Special thanks to Leonardo DRS for their commitment for practically and passionately supporting this fund for the past 13 years. That is incredible commitment, and we thank you for that. Your leadership and your commitment to this noble cause is greatly appreciated, and we at USAA take this mantle of responsibility very proudly. USAA's commitment to the National Guard Educational Foundation enhances our existing relationship with NGAUS, which includes an affinity agreement, multiple Legion de Lafayette, continuous support by Dick Smith. I think some of you might know Dick Smith, our Guard representative, and our military affairs teams throughout each of the states where you are represented. USAA is not only committed to the 450,000 currently serving National Guard members, families, and retirees, but the entire military community. You heard a little bit about our history in 1922, formed by the military to serve the military. And this commitment to serve goes beyond the products and services that we offer. There's probably, what you said, 85% of the folks in here this morning are USAA members. Thank you for your membership and for your service. But I think we volunteer in our communities to support wounded warriors, help with transitioning service members find civilian careers, and we're there to advocate and support the military community. We're committed to driving impact through our corporate responsibility contributions, employee donations, as well as volunteer hours. Last year, we contributed more than $47 million through our philanthropic efforts at USAA to support the military community. Thank you. Thank you. That's something we're very proud of and very eager to continue. And employees gave more than 300,000 volunteer hours to support military organizations in our military communities. This year, we're excited to announce a new initiative. Some of you may have heard about it. We were in Washington, D.C., and General Milley was our keynote speaker to announce what we call the Face the Fight initiative. Face the Fight is a coalition of corporations, foundations, nonprofit, and veteran-focused organizations joining together to raise awareness and support for veteran suicide prevention, something that I know we can all get behind. Our mission is really to break the stigmas surrounding suicide in order to open up the conversation and support around this topic. Facing the reality of veteran suicide is a struggle, but when people face this fight together, there is hope. And that's what we're really wanting to bring to this community. Through this initiative, our aspiration is to cut the veteran suicide rate by 50% by 2030. We already have more than 50 organizations signed up to be part of the coalition. We've got hundreds in the wings waiting. If anyone is interested, you can go to it's wefacethefight.org and let us know if you're interested in participating as a supporter or as a contributor. We currently have about $40 million in a donor-advised fund that we are focusing toward clinical and evidence-based solutions to help prevent suicide. Thanks again for the opportunity to be here with you. Thanks again for the opportunity to serve the Guard community and your family members through this scholarship fund. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. We're so honored to be able to expand our relationship through the USAA Guardian Scholarship Fund. To Leonardo DRS and USAA, thank you on behalf of the fallen National Guardsmen whom you honor. And thank you to all of our supporters and donors. Because of you, we can continue to fulfill our mission. Please visit us when you're in our nation's capital and join us in telling the Guard's story, your story, a uniquely American story, where your museum, your library, and your archive cannot raise awareness and educate the public about our continuing contributions without you. We hope that our efforts continue to inspire your involvement and support. Mr. Chairman, this concludes the National Guard Educational Foundation's report.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Will Roulett.